Hey everybody, welcome to Chef Jason. Welcome to our kitchen today. Super cool collaboration. It's what happens when chefs get together with Colorado agriculture, and we're going to talk all things Colorado celebrations today because we know it's grilling season. You have events to grill for. Your family's coming over, and we're going to talk a lot of cool things from agriculture to food safety, literally from the chill to the grill. That's right, from the fridge to the grill. We're going to talk ag. We're going to talk food. We're going to show you how to cook food, and I have a special guest today. So before we get cooking, I will let these fine ladies introduce themselves, and let's get started.
Hi, I'm Colleen Peppler, and I'm here with Sallie Miller, and we are representing Colorado CommonGround today. We are a group of farmers and ranchers, female, across the nation, that go out and speak to consumers about where their food comes from, about food safety and everything that they buy as a consumer. I live along the Front Range, and we farm wheat, alfalfa hay, corn, and sometimes brewing barley.
And I'm Sallie Miller, and I'm from northeastern Colorado, and we are cow-calf producers, and we have a small feedlot and produce beef for consumers.
All right, now you've met our guest, and I'll tell you, the first thing we've got to get done today is I need to get my slaw prepped. I need to get my corn prepped because really part of this Celebrate Colorado lunch is using everything possible from Colorado. So I'm going to head out. I'm going to get slaw ready. I'm going to get the corn done. You have some fun facts for us, don't you?
I do, Jason.
All right. While I prep and show you what that looks like, fun fact time. Hope you're ready. All right. I added my favorite slaw dressing to some pre-shredded Colorado cabbage and Colorado carrots. Now we'll go ahead and just start mixing this up. Cool thing about this, I'm going to do this prep early, right? Maybe an hour ahead of dinner or an hour ahead of my picnic. And then the best part is once I get it all mixed up, I can throw this cover on, and now it's time to keep it cold in the fridge.
Well, did you know that the corn that you eat is different than what I grow? I grow field corn, and what you're eating is sweet corn. It looks different and it tastes different, but you'll never buy field corn in a grocery store. Another fun fact for you, when Jason is buying that cabbage at the store and it's being weighed on those scales, Colorado Department of Ag regulates those scales to make sure that you are actually getting the correct amount that you're purchasing that day.
For today's grilled corn, I went ahead and shucked our Colorado corn. Now I'm going to soak it in some water while it sits in the fridge. That's right, I'm going to add the cover, and we're going into the fridge. All right, the slaw is prepped, the corn is prepped, and I've got to get ready to get burgers going because that's something I want to get done ahead of time to have ready to go on the grill so I can time everything accordingly, right? You see what I'm doing? I'm starting with cold food. I'm going to keep it cold. I'm going to move into hot food, and we're going to cook it, serve it hot. Now, you have a fun fact about field corn as well, but also, do you know anything about beef? Tell us a little bit about how you use field corn and something about beef to get us started on the burger part while I head out and get burgers on the grill.
On our farm, we do use a lot of field corn. We don't raise any corn at our house, but we do bring in lots of corn. We actually bring in corn flakes. One of the best things about beef is the fact that you can get your steaks, you can get your hamburgers, you can get your roasts, and you can also, by utilizing the whole cow, we can get the all beef hot dogs, and they are so flavorful and yummy.
Well, here we are. All of our food is prepped, right? We have our bratwurst, our hot dogs, and those beautiful Colorado all-beef burgers. Now, most important step right there. Time to make sure you have a good digital thermometer so we can track our doneness temperatures of our burgers, our brats, hot dogs to make sure we're serving safe food. Now, let's head out to the grill.
Well, Jason just took the brats out to the grill on a plate, and they're raw. And really important that when he's cooking those brats out there, when he brings them back in to show you and to serve, that he brings them back in on a clean plate or a clean palette, because you don't want any cross-contamination of that raw brat juice going in with your finished brat.
Here we are at the grill. Now, before we get started, I always like to start my grilling with a clean grill. So we went ahead and made sure everything was nice and clean and have a full tank of propane. So let's get this preheated and ready to grill. Okay, grill is all preheated. It is nice and hot. We've got our burgers on. We will add our bratwurst on. And now everything that is raw is going to go on first. I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes when it's time to rotate these because we've got other stuff to add next.
On our farm, we have cattle, and so we don't farm any corn, But we do bring in a lot of corn, mostly corn flakes. And these are steam flaked corn that's been dried, which is a more bioavailable source of the corn. The cattle can digest it easier, making a better efficient use of those nutrients for the cattle. Colorado beef, a fun fact, there are 2.55 million head of cattle in Colorado at any one time. A lot of these cattle are in feedlots, but there's also a lot of cow-calf producers around the state that are utilizing that grass in a very efficient and productive manner.
All right, after 5 minutes, we went ahead and flipped the burgers, flipped the brats, but we're not done yet because next up, it is time to add those beautiful all-beef hot dogs. And then right out of the water and onto the grill, it's time for our sweet corn. We're going to close the lid now for 5 minutes, let everything kind of do its thing. But guess what? We're timing it so that the burgers, the brats, the dogs, the corn are all done at the same time. After a few minutes having the grill closed, it is time now to rotate those beautiful dogs like that. And we'll start our first rotation of that corn. And we're cooking the corn until we get a nice little bit of color on it. We're going to cook the dogs, brats, and burgers to the USDA recommended minimums. All right, now while everything is finishing up, I'm going to go ahead and move those burgers up to that top rack so that those can finish, while those finish, while that finishes, while the corn gets done. All right, we're going to dig in now and make sure that all of our temperatures are right. So we get into those brats. Those look good. Those are done. Get into those burgers. Those are good as well. We're going to let the dogs finish while the corn finishes. But first, I'm going to take the burgers and the brats off the grill and head into the kitchen. We have our brats in the skillet. We'll go ahead and cover those. We've got them on a warming mat, which is going to do a really nice job of keeping these skillets nice and hot, which keeps our food nice and hot too. So we'll go ahead and get the burgers in like that, and we'll get the cover on there. And guess what? While the corn finishes up, our food stays nice and warm. And with the covers, no flies. And last but not least, the corn is finished. So now I'll meet you back in the kitchen. And into our Dutch oven, we will now hold that corn nice and warm too. Well, I'll tell you what, there is no better way to celebrate all things Colorado, especially in our birthday year. That's right, Colorado turns 150 years young, and the good old US of A turns 250 years old. Pretty crazy, right? Now, dinner is served. You're ready to go. We talked agriculture. We showed you how to do some fun things on the grill. We gave you some great tips on how to serve safe food. And now the bonus. Stay tuned and mark your calendar. Saturday, August 22nd from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're throwing a cooking class. That's right, for you. Be sure to follow the Colorado Corn Council on Facebook, on Instagram, or click the link down below in the description section. But set your calendar and set a reminder. August 22nd, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're cooking. Are we cooking together?
We are.
They are now. We're all cooking together. You're invited. It's going to be a cooking class, Colorado agriculture, these fine folks, and you. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you soon.